Usually customers come to us, they give us a cab weldment, or they give us a size constraint or a volume and say this is what we can fit on our machine. That is the design constraint that leads us to what seat, what control pods, where we're going to put the controls in that cab. That's what's driving our choice from the high level. At the lower levels, it's about comfort for that operator and maximizing that comfort. Those operators will likely stay in that workstation for 8 hours a day, sometimes less, sometimes more, so we want to make sure that that operator is as comfortable as possible. Before I get even into controls or arm pods on the seat, I need to understand where the door is. Usually the seat and arm pod selection is driven by how much movement I can have. A lot of the smaller pods can be rotated up on the armrest, rotated out on the armrest, and that all just helps the comfort or ability of the operator to get in and out of that chair easily. After the seat is selected and we have gone through the inputs and outputs with the customer for the control side, pod selection or arm pod selection, maybe even remote control stations, is all determined about how many electronics we can fit onto an arm pod that fits the customer need. We own certain designs for arm pods, and we tend to use those as often as possible. So although the arm pod is the same, the solution that the customer wants and the devices they want on that arm pod is always different. And I think that's one of the bigger challenges. But we're able to address those. We're able to make decisions about button layouts, joystick layout that I think offers a good solution to our customers. Focusing in on the seat, we design for, there's a word for it, it's called anthropometry. And that is designing for the human factor, or the 5% through the 95%. And if we accommodate the human body through that range, we can guarantee with high confidence that the operator will be comfortable. So the seat adjustment, the height that you can go up and down, or the change in the lumbar support, the twists, the arm pod or armrest adjustment, that all plays a big factor into the comfort that the operator is going to have in that seat. In my opinion, I always like to go to something that's going to be nearby, either wall mounted or weldment mounted, within arm reach of the operator. If we're out of room on our arm pods and in our wall-mounted control panel, we'll be looking at something that maybe mounts on a pedestal on the floor in front of the operator. Line of sight is a very tricky design constraint, at least in my experience. A lot of our control panels are mounted on pivotable mounts, so they can rotate, go up and down, twist, and that offers the ability to keep that panel within sight of the operator, but they can also tuck it to an area that is maybe out of the way of the line of sight for what they're monitoring outside of their cab.